All aboard, listeners. Today we're taking a deep dive into prepping for a railway sales agent interview.
We've got a whole stack of resources from RoleCatcher,
Career guides, interview guides.
even some cool insights into how AI can give you an edge in your job hunt.
Our mission: to equip you with the know-how, to not just answer those questions, but to knock the socks off those interviewers.
Exactly. This isn't your everyday sales job. This is a unique blend of customer service and sales.
Right in the thick of the exciting world of train travel.
You got it?
The RoleCatcher Career Guide, Railway Sales Agent, really breaks down the core of what this role is about.
It highlights being the friendly face of train travel, that's for sure.
You'll be assisting customers at the ticket counter.
Helping them with everything. Reservations, ticket sales.
You'll even be handling refunds and keeping those ticket sales records squeaky clean.
What I think is really important here is understanding the environment. Picture this: a bustling train station. You're interacting with people from all walks of life. You need to be efficient, accurate, and quick on your feet. This isn't your average sales floor.
Absolutely. And to give you a taste of what to expect in the interview, RoleCatcher's Interview Guide, Railway Sales Agent, offers a fantastic collection of sample questions. Let's tackle a few, shall we? Let's start with a classic. Tell us about your experience in the railway industry. Now, someone might just list off their past jobs, but there's a more captivating way to approach this.
I agree. Don't just list things off. It's about telling a story. Share your passion for trains, maybe a childhood memory of a family train trip, or perhaps something that sparked your interest, maybe a documentary about historic railways that captivated you.
I love that. And even if your experience isn't directly in the railway industry, you can still connect the dots.
Right. Highlight those transferable skills. If you worked in retail, emphasize your customer service expertise. If you were crunching numbers in a previous role, showcase that meticulous attention to detail.
That's a great point. It's all about demonstrating how your background makes you the perfect fit for this unique role. Speaking of specific, the interviewer might follow up with, what sparked your interest in the railway industry? Or, how has your previous experience prepared you for this specific role?
These follow-up questions are golden opportunities. This is your chance to dive deep into your motivations. Show the interviewer you've thought about this beyond just, oh, I like trains. What excites you about trains? How do your skills align with the specific demands of being a railway sales agent? This is your moment to really stand out.
So true. Let's move on to another question that often comes up and can be a bit tricky. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing the railway industry today? It's tempting to just rattle off a generic list.
Oh yeah, I've had some pretty generic answers, but instead of just listing problems, show them you have a deeper understanding.
Okay, so how would you approach that?
Well, for example, you could mention aging infrastructure, sure, but then connect it to your interest in modernization and sustainability. You could highlight competition from low-cost airlines, but spin it into your passion for delivering exceptional customer service. That's what makes train travel a special experience.
It seems like the key is to not only identify the challenges, but to offer some perspective. Show that you've thought critically about the industry and have ideas about how to tackle those challenges. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can come in handy. Their platform analyzes job descriptions to identify the crucial skills that employers are seeking.
Think of it this way. You input the job description, and RoleCatcher's AI acts as your personal research assistant.
I like that.
It's going to highlight keywords and phrases that reveal what the employer is really looking for.
So you can tailor your CV or resume to highlight those skills and experiences that align with the job description.
Precisely. But it goes beyond just the application. RoleCatcher's AI can even provide feedback on your interview answers, helping you refine your responses and boosting your confidence.
It's like having an interview coach right in your pocket. That's amazing. Let's get back to those interview questions. How about this one? How do you approach customer relationship management in a sales role? This one seems simple enough, but there's got to be a deeper layer here, right?
Absolutely. The interviewer wants to see more than just a friendly face. They're looking for insights into how you build rapport, understand customer needs, and go the extra mile to create a positive experience.
So instead of just saying, I'm people-oriented, you should provide specific examples.
Exactly. Did you ever calm down a frustrated passenger who missed their connection? Or maybe you helped a family navigate ticket options for a cross-country adventure. Those are the kind of examples that will stick with the interviewer.
Those are great examples. And, they might even follow up with questions like, can you give me an example of a time you went above and beyond for a customer? Or how would you handle a customer who is upset about a delay?
Those follow-up questions are your chance to shine. Show them your customer service superpowers.
I like it. Let's dive into a question that's all about organization and prioritization. This one. How do you prioritize your sales activities? In the fast-paced world of a train station, this seems particularly important.
Absolutely. They want to see how you manage your time effectively when you're juggling ticket sales, reservations, customer inquiries. Maybe you're even handling phone calls or announcements. It can get pretty hectic.
So instead of just mentioning a to-do list, you could talk about a system you use,
hmm
like the Eisenhower matrix, where you prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance.
Great idea. You could also highlight your ability to adapt to changing situations. Because in a train station, things can change in an instant.
Oh, for sure. And be ready for those curveball follow-up questions, like how would you handle a sudden influx of customers during rush hour? Or can you describe a time when you had to reprioritize your tasks because of an unexpected event?
You've got to be able to think on your feet, that's for sure.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit to a question that really digs into your sales skills. This one. Can you give an example of a successful sales campaign you ran in the past? Now, this might feel tricky if you haven't worked in a traditional sales environment.
I hear you. But remember those examples in the RoleCatcher Career Guide?
From the career stages section.
Yes. Think about the entry-level agent who skillfully secured a tricky seat reservation. Or maybe the seasoned pro who used sales data to boost occupancy.
So we can use those real-life scenarios from the railway world as powerful examples.
Exactly.
Even if you haven't run a formal sales campaign, you can still draw from your own experiences. Perhaps you convinced a friend to try a new train route, or you helped a customer find a better deal on a ticket package.
Right. It's all about showcasing your ability to understand needs, present options persuasively, and close the deal.
And be ready for those follow-ups. What were the key factors that contributed to the success of that campaign? Or how did you measure the results of your efforts?
They want to see strategic thinking and a results-oriented mindset.
It's all about showing them what you've got. Okay, let's tackle a question that's all about handling those inevitable tricky situations. How do you handle objections from customers during the sales process? Let's face it, not every customer is going to be thrilled with every option.
True, and this is where your empathy and problem-solving skills come in. It's not about arguing or getting defensive. It's about actively listening to the customer's concerns, acknowledging their perspective, and finding solutions that address their needs.
Thinking back, I'm sure everyone has dealt with a difficult customer at some point. Maybe they were upset about a price increase or frustrated about a lack of available seats. How did you handle those situations? How did you turn a potentially negative experience into a positive one?
Those are the stories you want to share. And those follow-up questions, like, can you describe a time you successfully turned a negative customer experience into a positive one? Or what strategies do you use to build rapport with challenging customers?
Those are your chances to really shine, to show them you can handle the heat and keep those customer relationships on track.
Exactly. Now, this next one is all about staying ahead of the curve. How do you stay up to date with industry trends and developments? The railway world is constantly evolving, so it's essential to demonstrate your commitment to continuous learning.
It's not enough to just say, I read industry news. You need to be specific.
Right. Mention publications like Railway Age or International Railway Journal. Talk about attending industry conferences or webinars.
What about following thought leaders on LinkedIn or participating in online forums for railway topics?
Great examples. Show them that you're genuinely engaged and eager to learn.
Because they might just ask you, what are some recent developments in the railway industry that you find particularly interesting? Or how do you apply new knowledge to your work?
That's when you really get to showcase your passion. They want to see that you're not just keeping up, you're actively seeking out knowledge and thinking about how those trends and developments impact the world of railway sales.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Now let's dive into a question that often pops up towards the end of the interview, and it can really throw people off. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
It's tempting to just say, nope, I'm good, and breathe a sigh of relief.
I know, right? But wait, hold on. This is your chance to flip the script. It's an opportunity to show them that you're curious, engaged, and genuinely interested in becoming a part of their team.
You know, I never thought of it like that. Instead of the end of the interview, it's more like the start of a conversation.
Exactly. It's your opportunity to gather valuable insights. Ask about the company culture. What's it like to work there? What are the team dynamics like? Are there opportunities for mentorship or professional development?
You could even ask about the company's vision for the future. their plans for innovation, growth, or sustainability.
It shows you're thinking beyond the day-to-day tasks. You're thinking about the big picture.
Those are excellent points.
Right.
So don't just wing it. Prepare a few questions in advance. Jot them down in a notebook or save them on your phone. Not only will it help you avoid that deer-in-the-headlights look, but it also demonstrates that you're organized and genuinely invested in the opportunity.
Exactly. First impressions matter. Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here. Before we move on, let's recap those key takeaways for acing that railway sales agent interview.
Great idea. First, immerse yourself in the role. Understand the responsibilities, the challenges, the opportunities.
Then it's all about mastering those interview questions. And remember, it's not about reciting memorized answers. It's about understanding the why behind each question.
And using that to tell your unique story.
Exactly. Weave in your experiences, your passions, your unique perspective. And don't forget about the power of RoleCatcher's AI.
It can truly be a game changer. It helps you tailor your application materials, refine your interview responses, and present yourself as the ideal candidate. Now, as you prepare for this exciting step in your journey, let's shift gears and explore some insights from the Career Stages section of RoleCatcher's Career Guide. It's fascinating to see how this role can evolve.
Absolutely. It shows a clear path for growth. From entry-level to seasoned pro, there's so much potential in the railway industry.
It's exciting. So what might someone encounter as they progress through their career?
Well, an entry-level railway sales agent, for instance, might start by mastering the ticketing systems, learning about different fare types, and becoming really good at handling routine customer inquiries, building a strong foundation.
Attention to detail, accuracy, and a passion for helping customers are crucial at this stage. What happens as they gain experience?
As you progress, you might find yourself handling more complex transactions, maybe assisting with group bookings. You might even mentor newer team members, expanding your skill set.
I imagine problem-solving skills and the ability to think on your feet are even more important.
Absolutely. And then as you move into those senior roles, you might specialize. International ticketing or group travel, maybe. You could even tuck on leadership roles, managing a team of sales agents.
Wow. It's inspiring to see that there are so many avenues for growth in this field.
Yeah.
And the Advancing Your Career section of the Career Guide offers advice on how to stay ahead of the game.
Continuous learning is key. The industry is always evolving. New technologies, new regulations, ever-changing customer expectations. You need a plan.
That's where you can showcase your dedication to professional development. Talk about attending workshops or pursuing certifications. Maybe you're interested in learning a new language to serve international passengers.
Or maybe you're taking online courses to boost your sales and marketing skills. There are endless possibilities.
And you know what? RoleCatcher can be a really valuable resource here.
Definitely. Their platform is a goldmine. Information on industry trends, professional development opportunities, and even connections to potential mentors. Networking groups. You name it, they've got it.
That's fantastic. Sounds like they've really thought of everything to help empower individuals in their career journeys.
Couldn't agree more. Before we wrap things up, let's circle back to those big questions about the future of the industry.
Okay.
We've talked about some obstacles, but what about the opportunities? What do you think the future holds for railway travel?
That's a big question.
It is, but as we discussed, the industry is facing some headwinds. Aging infrastructure, competition from other modes of transport, and of course the need to adapt to those changing customer expectations. But within those challenges lie incredible opportunities for innovation and growth.
It sounds like a real chance to shape the future of transportation. In a good way.
Absolutely. Imagine high-speed rail networks connecting cities across continents. Think about how much that could reduce travel time and carbon emissions.
Wow, that's a powerful image.
Imagine advancements in ticketing technologies. A smoother, more personalized travel experience than ever before. And think about the role of rail in creating a more sustainable world, a more interconnected world.
Those are some really inspiring possibilities. It sounds like there's a real need for passionate individuals to join the ranks, people with vision.
Precisely. That's where you come in.
So, as you prepare for your interview, don't just think about landing the job. Think about the impact you want to make. Envision yourself as part of this dynamic and evolving industry. Contribute your skills, your enthusiasm, and shape the future of train travel.
It's an exciting time to be in the railway industry, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be talking about your story.
I love it. It's all about dreaming big and going after those goals.
It really is. And as you get ready for that interview, remember the key takeaways from our deep dive. Understand what the role is all about. It's multifaceted.
It is.
And master those interview questions. Showcase your unique skills and experiences. Don't forget to use RoleCatcher's AI.
Yeah, that AI can be a real game changer. Refining your application, boosting your confidence.
Exactly. But most importantly, don't lose sight of the big picture. Think about the impact you want to make.
What role do you see yourself playing in the future of train travel?
Now, as you prepare for this next step in your journey, let's dive into some insights from the career stages section of the RoleCatcher Career Guide. It's really interesting to see how this role can change and grow over time.
It is. It's exciting to see that clear path for growth within the railway industry.
Yeah.
What might someone expect as they move through their career?
Well, let's say you're an entry-level railway sales agent, right? You might start by focusing on the ticketing systems, learn the ins and outs of different fare types, and become really good at handling those everyday customer inquiries.
It's all about building that solid foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
So those skills we talked about earlier, attention to detail, accuracy, a genuine passion for helping customers, those are crucial at this stage. What happens as you gain more experience?
Well, as you progress, you might take on more responsibility. You might handle more complex transactions, assisting with group bookings. You might even start mentoring newer team members. You really start expanding your skill set. You become a go-to resource for your colleagues.
And for customers too, I bet.
Absolutely.
I imagine that problem-solving skills, thinking on your feet, that becomes even more important at this level.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And as you move into more senior roles, you might find yourself specializing.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe international ticketing or group travel. You could even take on leadership responsibilities, manage a team of sales agents.
It's pretty inspiring to see so many different ways to grow within this field. Speaking of growth, the Advancing Your Career section of the Career Guide had some great advice on how to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, continuous learning is key. The railway industry is constantly evolving. New technologies, new regulations, and always those changing customer expectations. So how do you plan to stay on top of things?
This is where you can really show off your dedication to professional development. You could talk about attending industry workshops or getting those relevant certifications.
Right, exactly.
Maybe you're interested in learning a new language to better serve international passengers.
That's a great idea.
Or maybe taking some online courses to sharpen those sales and marketing skills.
Perfect examples.
And, RoleCatcher can also be a really valuable resource here too.
Oh, for sure. Their platform offers tons of information on industry trends, professional development opportunities, and you can even connect with potential mentors and networking groups.
They've thought of everything to really help empower individuals in their career journey.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Now, before we wrap up, let's go back to those big questions about the future of the industry.
Okay.
We've talked about some of the challenges, but let's not forget about the opportunities. What do you think the future holds for railway travel?
Well, that's a great question.
It is. As we've been discussing, there are some headwinds facing the industry. Aging infrastructure, competition from other ways to get around, and of course, the need to adapt to those changing customer expectations. But within all of these challenges, there are incredible opportunities for innovation, for growth.
It sounds like there's a real chance to shape the future of transportation in a positive way.
Absolutely. Picture this. High-speed rail networks that connect cities all across continents, reducing travel time and carbon emissions.
Wow, that's an amazing image.
Think about advancements in ticketing technologies, making the travel experience so much smoother and more personalized.
Yeah.
And the role of rail in creating a more sustainable world, a more connected world.
Those are inspiring possibilities.
Right.
It sounds like the industry really needs people with vision and passion to help drive this evolution.
Exactly, and that's where you come in.
That's right. So as you prepare for that interview, don't just focus on getting the job. Think about what you want to accomplish, what kind of impact you want to have.
Envision yourself as a part of this dynamic, evolving industry. Bring your skills, your enthusiasm, and help shape the future of train travel.
It's exciting. Dreaming big and going after your goals. It really is exciting to think about all the opportunities out there for those entering the world of railway sales.
It is, and as you embark on this journey, remember what we talked about today. Understanding the role, mastering those interview questions, and using RoleCatcher's AI to really polish your application and boost your confidence.
Don't forget about the bigger picture either. Think about the impact you want to make and the part you'll play in shaping the future of train travel.
You've got this. You have the passion, the drive, and the resources to achieve your goals.
We here at The Deep Dive are so excited for you. Go ace that interview and become that amazing railway sales agent we know you can be.
And remember, if you ever want to revisit any of these insights, or if you're curious about other career paths, we'll be here, ready to dive deep into any topic that interests you.
Until next time, keep those trains rolling and best of luck on your journey.